Well, here we are the first week of April, and I wanted to show you Trick or Treat, which is a Cattlianthe type orchid, very easy to grow for beginning orchid growers, very temperature tolerant. And I'm going to show you not only Trick or Treat, but a number of hybrids that were developed based on Trick or Treat as one of the parents. I found this orchid to be very easy to grow. It's actually one of the first Cattlianthe type orchids I got to bloom about 25, 30 years ago. This particular plant was purchased from Tropic Orchid Farm in Maui back about 30 years ago when I was just starting my collection of orchids. I almost killed it several times by keeping it too wet in the wintertime when it got cold. Cold and wet was a sure way to kill your orchids. But I've learned now to keep it much drier in the wintertime. This is an unheated greenhouse on the central coast of California, midway between San Francisco and Los Angeles. And the temperatures here this last year got down to 42 for a low, and in the summertime I get up to about 100 degrees when we get some offshore winds. But I do have a misting system in the summer and spring that kicks in and keeps things a bit cooler, 90s usually. This is Orchida's Small Fortune, which has Trick or Treat as one of the parents. And I bought a flask in 2017 from Sunset Valley Orchids. And here's the name of this hybrid. There we go. 2017, 7 years ago, this is what the plants look like when I took them out of flask and started growing them. And now I've got about 15 adult plants from the original flask. I've given away quite a few and put them up for auction at my local orchid society. But I want to show you the variety of colors that have come from this cross. So we have a pretty much standard orange with some nice veining on the lip. But also from that same cross, we get something that's very, very dark red, almost a red purple. And then we get some more reddish. And I'll move down the greenhouse. This one bloomed a little early in the season, so the flowers are fading. Another red. And then this is an unusual color combination. This is orange sepals with a red lip, which I find particularly attractive. And then again, the dark red. Might as well show you. This is Sunset Valley Orchids, one of their spotted orchids, Mr. Bojangles. Pretty impressive. Likes a little warmer temperature in the winter. I nurse it through, but it's not growing as vigorously as it would had I put a heater in and kept the temperatures higher in the winter. So let me go to the front of the greenhouse and I'll show you another cross using Trick or Treat as the parent. And I found that it grows so well. Here we go. This is another of the offspring in that 2017 flask, again with the red lips and the orange sepals. These are more yellow than orange. And then from Santa Barbara Orchid Estate, they've also done some crosses, and this was purchased about 5 or 6 years ago. And this is Hawaiian Discovery, fluorescent orange times Trick or Treat, Orange Beauty. And then lastly, we've got Blazing Treat times Trick or Treat. And I believe this is the Sunset Valley Orchids down in Vista, California. Smaller flowers, very, very bright orange. I think you can see this one pretty effectively. It is pretty overcast today, so we don't get some of the really bright colors we would in direct sunlight. But nonetheless, easy to grow, and I highly recommend if you can find either Trick or Treat or one of the hybrids based on Trick or Treat, you think about purchasing the orchid, particularly if you're a new orchid grower looking for something relatively easy that can take winter lows, summer highs, and reward you with a lot of great looking flowers. Thanks for watching, and I'll put a plug in for 5 Cities Orchid Society if you'd like to get our newsletter, fcos.org. That's 5citiesorchidsociety.org. You can subscribe and become a monthly viewer of our newsletters and our Zoom speaker presentations. Again, Thanks for watching.